When I finished my training as an English teacher, I promised myself I wouldn't be one of those instructors who only teach their native language but can't speak another fluently. I wanted to put my money where my mouth was. I managed to get a teaching job in the north of Italy in a small city called Aosta, right next to the French and Swiss borders, where you get great skiing. I really love to ski. I had learned French at school and university, but my language skills were a little rusty. Also, I didn't speak a word of Italian, so I packed those Teach Yourself Italian books in my luggage.
Apparentemente, questo ragazzo di nome Scott, qui nella nostra storia, conosce poco l'italiano. Il nome del luogo a cui si è riferito è Aosta.
I flew direct to Milan, and the language shock hit me as soon as I got off the plane. Still tired, I tried to memorize the phrase non capisco l'italiano. I don't understand Italian, but I couldn't get it into my head. Not a great start. Aosta is bilingual, Italian and French, and to begin with, I brushed up on my university French and could get by. I was convinced I'd just be able to pick Italian up by ear. Being surrounded by the language and hearing it all the time meant I'd just kind of absorb it, but no such luck. After 3 months, I'd finally managed to remember non capisco l'italiano, but not a whole lot more. So I got that Teach Yourself Italian book I had packed and got started on the grammar and vocabulary. And I downloaded some Italian learning apps on my phone. It was hard work, and I struggled to grasp some of the verb tenses and vocabulary. It seemed like I would have to remember a mountain of information if I were ever going to speak properly. I'd made friends with some students. I sort of tried to talk to them in Italian, but more often than not, I got stuck. Their English was far better than my Italian. I remember going to dinner at my friend Matteo's place. His family had a couple of cats, and while Matteo was eating his mother's food, I had my own private conversation with the cats.
That's right, speak Italian to the cats. Only they can understand you. Next time, tell them about your time here and your favorite places. Ha ha ha.
It was a joke, but I felt crestfallen and could feel my vow to learn another language slipping away. A few weeks after that, I went on a trip to Venice for a weekend. On the train journey there, I met a teacher of English at a secondary school in Milan. We started chatting, and she asked me how long I'd been in Italy. By this time, it was almost 5 months, and she smiled when I admitted that I couldn't speak Italian yet. I told her I'd been studying on my own, but I had no confidence to speak. She then said, in Italian, "Come on, you can speak to me." She had a very determined look on her face, but also a warmth and friendliness that was somehow encouraging. So I took the plunge. Not very well to begin with, but I gradually began speaking in Italian with more and more confidence. And that was my breakthrough. In the 2 hours it took to travel from Milan to Venice, I somehow unlocked everything I had been studying. Why? Basically, I think it had everything to do with the woman I met. I don't know her name, and I've never seen her again, but I felt less self-conscious speaking to someone who wasn't my student or my friend.